Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 55 from Mirage Comics, City at War, part 6 of 13. This came out January 1993. Once again, cover was by A.C. Farley, story by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, script by Peter Laird and Jim Lawson, pencils by Jim Lawson, and inks by Keith Aiken. So, yeah, this issue I think was a lot better than the previous stuff. It feels like we're finally moving along, which is one thing that I complained about in the last video that I did. And yeah, it seems like finally things are happening, things are rolling, and yes, like this is what I wanted. This is what I was hoping for. So we have Karai arriving at the airport, and she takes a helicopter to the city. And the helicopter lets her down, and then she stands on top of the skyscraper watching over all of New York. And then we have Casey with Gabriel, and they're just having a moment that ends with Casey proposing to Gabriel, and she accepts. And then we cut to April, who's having a date with this guy who seems kind of like a D-bag. He's basically talking about how whenever he writes new programs, he leaves like a back door in so that he can open up with his own password. That way he can access other people's accounts and see what they're up to. And that like he sees that as a game. And yeah, I don't know why the hell you would admit to this during a date. Why would you admit to doing something illegal and also something like heavily frowned upon? Like, you think you're going to impress the ladies with that? No, dude. Like, that was terrible. He has terrible game, speaking of games. So yeah, April grabs... I don't know what it is. It looks like maybe a cup of coffee, and she chucks it at him, and then she storms off, and she starts walking down the California streets, basically complaining about how much she hates California. Once again, I'm like, yes, I'm with you, April. California sucks. Then we have Splinter, who's just having his own issues, and he hears voices, and it's from the Rat King. The Rat King, who was in, I believe, one of the Tales of, it was when he was introduced. I don't remember which one though. And I was like, I figured it was going to be the Rat King because this silo looked familiar and all the rats and stuff like that. But the Rat King is basically giving him like riddles and stuff like that, and Splinter is just getting upset at it because he's like, you're not helping me. You're just kind of taunting me with riddles. Like, either help me or screw off. And then we cut to the turtles who are at the water house, or the water tower, I should say, not the water house, the water tower. And Leo's like, you know what, let's do a training run. And he gets all of his brothers, and they all start training. None of them really want to do it other than Leo. But as they're doing their run, Raph steps on dog piss, and he's super pissed off. And he's like, why the hell are people walking their dogs on the rooftop? Maybe this is a sign. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm heading back. So he heads back on his own. And along the way, he gets kicked in the face, and it's the Elite Ninja. And we get a brief panel of the other turtles, and it looks like one of them has like their spider sense going off or whatever. Like, one of them, it seems to hint that like, oh no, Raph's in trouble. I don't know how they got that. Maybe it's just some kind of something in their blood or whatever. That happens, and so yeah, we cut back to Raph, and Raph is fighting this Elite Ninja, and the fighting is going back and forth. No one's really getting, you know, a hand up on the other. Raph's getting sliced up though. He has his face sliced. He seems to be bleeding maybe from his hand, but eventually he's able to kick the ninja, get in close, and stab him in the torso. And that's when his brothers show up. And his brothers are like, "You're one of Shredder's elite guards, aren't you?" And he admits that he is. And then he sees Leo, and he's like, "You're the one that killed my master, Oroku Saki." And Leo says yes. And the Elite Ninja says, you know, I was duty bound to slay my master. And the turtle's like, you know, I don't think that's going to be happening. And he's like, well, maybe in the next life. And then he stabs himself fully because he has a sai in his stomach, and he fully pushes it through his stomach and kills himself. So he commits seppuku in a sense. I mean, seppuku, usually you stab yourself, you cut yourself open, and then you have someone slice your head off. That's usually to like end the pain. But yeah, he does that without that part. So dude goes out like a champ. And we come back to Splinter, who's talking with the Rat King. And then at the end, the Rat King finally introduces himself as the Rat King. And he steps out of the shadows, and we see his full body and stuff like that. And that's how the issue ends. Yeah, I thought this was a lot better issue. It looks like all, well, not all the players, but it looks like things are finally progressing. So we had a lot happen in this issue. So I was a lot happier with this one. I felt like the story was kind of dragging at this point, but this issue, it feels like we're actually starting to pick things up, and we're starting to progress at a lot faster pace, which I'm all for. So yes, this was a lot better issue. Once again, I don't want to keep ragging on it, but I'm not the biggest fan of Jim Lawson's artwork when it comes to the Turtles, at least for the City at War stuff. I will say, like, when it comes to everything, like besides humans and the Turtles, he does pretty good. Like the helicopters, the skyscrapers, the backgrounds, trucks, all that stuff is really good. Even for humans, at some points, they're pretty good. So it's just some panels just really stick out to me. Splinter, I think, is designed really good. Just not a fan of the way he designs the Turtles. The way he designs the Turtles is not my cup of tea. But with other stuff, he's done pretty good. It's just a few things that just stick out and kind of irk me. But yeah, I guess there we go. Issue 55, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 by Mirage. City at War, Part 6 of 13. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? Hope you guys are enjoying the series as well. And hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what did you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far. And I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see. And I hope to see you guys next time. Later.